Welcome, everybody. This is the Rotary eClub of Silicon Valley, and this is the meeting for the week of May the 4th, I believe, if I'm remembering that right. We are recording in late April because that's the way we roll. Our opportunities to connect with people around the world and to share innovative stories of service and entrepreneurship and educational possibilities, something that we treasure and we're excited to share with you. So we have a good group for our program for this week's meeting. I'll run across the folks at the bottom, and they'll wave as we get in. From Canada, province of Ontario, Chris Cochran, yay, right. And then Frank Trapicchio in Southern California, right, excellent. We have Godfrey Kasozi from Uganda, who is visiting us in California, one of our presenters. Excellent. We have Jeff Kirk from the Rotary Club of Santa Cruz Sunrise. All right, welcome. Good to have you here. We have Martin Fox, part of the eClub of Silicon Valley in Utah. Raise the roof. Excellent. The other presenter is Peggy Pollard of the Rotary Club of Santa Cruz Sunrise. And then from probably the furthest flung member of the Rotary eClub of Silicon Valley, that is Richard Nags in Cape Town in West Africa. So we got a beautifully international group for the presentation today. Nicely done, Chris. Well done. Okay, so with that, what I'd like to do is introduce Peggy and Godfrey, as they are going to talk to us about the projects going on between Kasese in Uganda, the city Godfrey is from, and Santa Cruz here in the Greater Bay Area in Northern California, and the different opportunities they are seeing with Rotary and with the Sister Cities organization to make some wonderful things happen. And so with that, I'll hand it over to you, Peggy, and you, Godfrey. Welcome.
Okay, great. Thank you, Rushton. We're both really honored to be here today and share with you what's been going on with collaborating between three organizations. That's Rotary Club, the University of California, Santa Cruz, and Sister Cities Club. So our title today is Clean Crops, Clean Water brings Connecting Our Cultures between Rotary, UC Santa Cruz, and Sister Cities. And I will share a little bit with you. Clean Crops, Clean Water. It's a collaboration. I want to tell you about a special farm in Santa Cruz that grows lettuce, blueberries, squash, sunflowers, and most importantly, they grow a crop of sustainable farmers. One of these farmers is Mr. Godfrey Kasozi, who's on our hangout here, who was an intern in their sustainable farming program in 1999. That is when I met him here in Santa Cruz when he was doing the internship. The University of California, Santa Cruz Center for Agroecology and Sustainable Food Systems is world pioneering in developing organic farming techniques. It is renowned around the world now for teaching and its international outreach. They've done amazing things, so they really have a high reputation. Our UC system is also really emphasizing sustainable agriculture this year, so this is the flagship program, and Godfrey's one of their star graduates.
Awesome. Peggy, I'm going to leap in for just a minute.
Yes.
Your voice is carrying over into Godfrey's microphone, for, in the other room. So if you can maybe close the door between the two, that might be useful.
Be right back.
All right. Good.
Thank you, Rushton. Hope that's better.
Definitely. Keep going.
Okay. We have, so I've been actually following Godfrey into the Sister City program. He's returned back many times to Santa Cruz since 1999, doing a lot of networking for his organization in Kasese called Setrud. It's an educational program where he teaches organic farming, and he will tell you about the rest of it. And he's been applied to become a sister city with his city in Uganda and Santa Cruz. So I've been helping him with that, and that's what got us involved with Rotary Club. Of all the organizations we've been networking with, I realized Rotary was the one that was best suited for following through on this kind of international project. So soon I will be following him not only to our own city's top leadership, actually, but soon I'll be following him to Uganda as well. So Sister Cities, we had the first Sister City delegation came from Kasese in 2013. The mayor, city manager, past Rotary president, Chamber of Commerce, and we hosted them. The bottom picture you can see Bruce McPherson is was hosting them for our county building. He's one of our supervisors. They visited Red Cross. We did a TV show with them on community television, and they just had 10 days of visiting, making all kinds of connections with our city. So soon we will be bringing, when they returned, the mayor was so inspired by what he saw here, he had a program to plant 1 million trees in their city. So in the pictures, one of the top left is one of the kings in Uganda. He planted the first tree. The bottom right is their Rotary president, Millie, who also was part of the planting. So they've been busy. Their Rotary Club in Uganda has been doing a lot of projects, very active. And one of them was working with the UK club where they sponsored a public toilet. And Mayor reminds us that the very first Rotary project in the world was a public toilet. So they're following in their footsteps. A lot of benefit for their community. Our Rotary Club in Santa Cruz, we are working hard by, we put on a fundraising benefit to sponsor one of the Kasese Rotary Club's projects. So we had to suffer greatly by doing a wine tasting event. You know, what can I say? It's what our presidents wanted to do. And we raised money for them. This year we raised $2,508, sent it over to the Kasese Rotary, and they're doing the work of putting in the water in their model village project for 300 people. Normally they have to walk 2 miles to fetch their water, but they'll be able to have clean water in the village for these 300 people. Many of them are school children who are pictured in the green. So it's a really wonderful way we're able to help a lot of people there and collaborate. And then we look forward to going there in August. Will be our first delegation to Kasese with sister cities and including Rotary people. We'll be visiting there for 2 weeks and doing a lot of connection. It's a wonderful place, amazing wildlife, snow-capped mountains on the equator, and we hope that you can join us there. So it's really a privilege to be able to be part of this and follow Godfrey, and he's going to tell you about the real work that he's been doing in Kasese with his program. So over to you, Godfrey.
Oh, thank you very much, Peggy. Where you already introduced me as Gdofrey Kasozi. I work for Center for Environment, Technology and Rural Development. It's an NGO which is based in Uganda. Uganda is located in East Africa, where River Nile comes from. We also have the equator, and Uganda was formerly affected by the highest rate of HIV/AIDS, and also have been going through a war in the northern part of Uganda for quite a long time. But now we are kind of becoming stable. Center for Environment, Technology and Rural Development was founded in 1997. Center was founded on the needs of the people. After people coming up together and say, we lack this, we don't have this, we don't have this. So Center for Environment was founded. Center for Environment has different programs, which programs have been able to create a change. Our first program is agriculture and environment. We have appropriate technology. We have micro entrepreneurship. We have health on HIV/AIDS, child sponsorship, networking, and other international and local trainings. Center for Environment Technology, working with a number of organizations, we have been able to set up demonstration centers, training centers, and through those centers, we avail trainings, we avail seeds, we avail other practical knowledge to the rural communities. In agriculture and environment, we have been able to fight poverty, to create changes in homes. We have a number of examples. We have many women, for example, a woman like Nasanga who had 2 acres of land. She barely had anything on the land. We carried out training, we facilitated her, and she has been able to set up 1 acre of coffee, 1 acre of banana plantation, 1 acre of vegetables. She's able to take care of her family, and that's the woman whose who is having 7 orphans after her husband died in the early 90s. So she has been able to create change to her family. We have been working with a number of organizations in terms of the seed distribution. We have worked with the Renee's Garden, who is a very prominent seed manufacturer in Santa Cruz or in the USA. So through that, we have been able to achieve a number of seeds from her, which we have given to the people. Center for Environment, Technology and Rural Development has created a coffee cooperative, looking into sustainability, looking into how best we can move people out of poverty. So far, we have set up 1,000 farmers who have established 1 acre, 2 acres, half an acre of coffee. The last 3 years after planting, they have started a little bit harvesting. Our aim is to go beyond the 2,500 farmers, maybe to 10,000 farmers. And we are also moving into processing. We need to process the coffee, pack it, and be able to export it. We have worked a number of projects also on the appropriate technology in connection with our networks. We have been able to provide solar. We have been able to provide solar lights. We have also been able to work on improved cooking stoves, whereby these women, you look into the picture, where women were cooking on 3 stones, but right now they have been able to improve their living conditions of their cooking systems by improved cooking stoves. We have been able to work on micro entrepreneurship, to help women, to help the youth, those who have been handicapped without any single money. Through our trainings and in partnership with Farlight Foundation and other organizations, we sponsor these women with $100 to $400, which they use to set up their micro enterprises. So through micro enterprises, we have also created a linkage, which is called Bridge Up the Gap. Those farmers we train, the 2,000 farmers we train every year, produce crop, which crop is brought to these micro enterprises, those business women, to those business youth who are in urban areas, so that they sell their crop directly, and these women and youth pay them directly. Therefore, the business has been kind of a very big network. So we have been able to get out women and youth out of poverty. We have been creating a number of awareness. We have been doing trainings to caregivers, to a number of communities, those who have suffered HIV/AIDS. As I said before, that HIV/AIDS has been our biggest problem in a country like Uganda. So for a long time, we took off a campaign to let the people to create awareness and to be open. So through settled trainings and settled education, a number of people have been attached. We have also worked on medical care in health centers and the assistance in terms of income generation projects, which helps people who are suffering from HIV/AIDS. Our biggest problem has also been on child sponsorship. For a long time, since 15 years ago, when I was here, I created a network with friends like Peggy, like Deborah, like Gail, like many people here who have touched on many children in Uganda. We have so far been able to take more than 200 children to school. And I'm very happy to announce that some children have already started graduating, and they are coming back to offer knowledge and to also help other people. In our networks, we have been able to network with a number of organizations and the people of Santa Cruz, beyond in other countries too. And we are so happy that through this network, that's why the sister city is coming up. That's why UCSC is continuing to work with us to provide other kind of services to the community. We thank so much a number of organizations like Farlight Foundation and individuals who has been able to help our organization. And also we thank Rotary Sunrise, and other Rotaries who are putting money to provide the water and other amenities to the people of Kasese. We look forward for a very wonderful partnership. We are very open to partner with anybody from Rotary and from any other organization in Santa Cruz and California and beyond. And we welcome you to Uganda. It's a very wonderful country. It's the part of Africa. Thank you.
All right, wonderful, wonderful stuff. This is great, Peggy and Godfrey. The opportunity to hear about, what your partnership is making happen there. I mean that so many children are being sponsored in their education. That the story of the woman whose acreage has been made productive with the coffee, and then this is fantastic. I want to make sure I don't kind of gush to the extent that I don't get to hear the questions of other people in the room. But I do want to open it up. We have, as I mentioned before, an international crowd joining us for this program, and we've also had Vivian join us from Taiwan. Welcome. And so let's get the questions going. Wave at me if you are ready, and I'll recognize you. Richard, go ahead and start us off.
Wow, Godfrey, Peggy, what an amazing project! I'm completely blown away. Yeah. It's beautiful what you're doing. How many lives do you think you're affecting at the moment? I mean, that must be growing hugely. Do you have any idea how many people you're actually affecting at this moment in time?
Is that question for me?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, we are affecting more than 50,000 people.
Wow.
And we are moving in beyond, because like my district now, it's all expanding. So we are going to be working on 750,000 people, especially on HIV/AIDS, which is awareness. We are now partnering with a number of organizations from other areas in the district.
Okay. And the period of time that's happened, I mean, you started in 1997, did you say?
Yeah, we started in 1997, but I came here in 1999 to do the internship at the University of California. So my program almost started in 2001 when I left California.
Okay, wonderful.
Excellent, excellent. Matter of fact, amidst these connections is also, I believe, and Peggy and Godfrey, you can add detail to this, but the mayor of Kasese, Mayor Gdofrey Kabbyanga, I hope I'm pronouncing his name properly, is a member of the Rotary Club, or a Rotary Club there, and so that is also one of the reasons that the connections were made to be able to get the fundraiser that the Santa Cruz Sunrise Club was able to put together and help support the project. Wave at me if you've got a question ready to go. Let's go. Frank, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Question for Peggy, or actually a comment. I commend you for being a visionary. You might be interested in knowing that I sat on the International Board of Directors for Sister Cities International from 2006 to 2012. And you might know Enda Brennan?
I do. My colleague, yes.
Yes. I just completed a project in South Korea with exactly the same arrangements that you are implementing with the Sister City and the Rotary programs. So I believe that what you are doing is a project that will be sustainable as Rotary now requires, and with the support of Rotary and Sister City, I think there is no limit as to all the benefits that can be obtained by combining the two organizations. I'm glad to hear that you'll be going there in August. Is this your first trip there?
My first time to Africa, yes.
To Africa. Well, that's
this is the best way to go if you have friends. Visit your friends. That I can't think of any better way to visit.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. I unfortunately I wish I could join you, but that is a great way to develop and to solidify the relationships that are being made through Rotary and through Sister Cities International. So congratulations. I think that's an awesome program that you're embarking on.
Thank you. I'll give your regards to Enda. Yeah, he's been instrumental and actually in encouraging me to do this. So some people think, oh, we've got too many things going on, we can't handle something else, and Enda's was, yeah, let's try it. And so, yeah, thank you very much. And it does seem like Rotary and Sister Cities, there's a lot of compatibility there. International projects, international friendships, so it works very well together.
Exactly. You will be even more inspired once you visit that land and you see you can actually see the tangible results of your efforts.
Mm-hmm. Right. It was really wonderful having the mayor come and the city manager. The mayor, Kabbyanga, is very motivated to develop this. They've actually already have a sister city with another city in Denmark too. So he's on the ball and rolling with things and networking with other Rotary clubs in the UK and Tallahassee, Florida. They are very much wanting to connect and following through on it. So I think this is really, it's got a lot of, teeth to it. And,
very nice. It's amazing how much can happen once groups get together that are interested in kind of pure understanding, friendship, this kind of thing. You see the Sister Cities programs in so many places being that group of people that open their homes to welcome people from other places to stay with them for a few days, while things are happening. And for everybody, kind of on the call and watching this recording, you might take the opportunity to find out what's going on in your community with Sister Cities as well. Mm-hmm. Other questions that we might have. So Martin or Chris or Jeff. Jeff, go ahead.
Yes. Hi. Thank you. Jeff Kirk from Santa Cruz Sunrise. I'm in the club with Peggy and Godfrey. Has spoken to our club on at least one previous occasion. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yep.
Good. Okay. Godfrey, this question is for you. First, thank you both for a wonderful presentation. And Godfrey, one of the things we do in the Santa Cruz Sunrise Rotary Club is always look for relationships like the relationship you have with Peggy and Sister Cities. Yes. And one of my questions for you was if you could identify the greatest need that CETRUD has right now, what would that be?
Our greatest need right now is to provide the water, and this water is to be installed in a farming community whereby the community is walking 4 to 3 kilometers to go and find water. And 2 years ago, our center was flooded. When the center was flooded, we lost almost each and everything. So we are looking into putting back the center with the settled 150 families so that they can benefit from this water and then they can continue their work. That's our first priority right now. Am I there?
Do you have a sense of how much that would cost in order to provide that water source?
That project was budgeted at the $6,200.
Great, thank you.
We actually have an upcoming program. We'll be doing that recording on Tuesday afternoon, U.S. Pacific time, on a program called H2 Open Doors. And they have done amazing work getting particular kind of filtration systems that are designed to work for very large numbers of people. 5,000 person areas and things like that. And so I hope that Peggy, you and Godfrey are very welcome to kind of join in on that recording if you're free Tuesday at 3 o'clock. So just let me know. Other questions that might be coming from the group. So Chris or Martin or anybody else. Martin, I think.
I have a question around what are your biggest challenges on the micro enterprise?
You're asking
your
me?
biggest challenges on the child sponsorships?
Our biggest challenge on child sponsorship is having enough funds to take the children to school. A big number of children have come up in our program, but the money we have is not enough, and yet there is lots of changes in terms of school fees increase and the competition for these guys to join the high institutions of learning. Am I right? Am I there?
Yeah, Godfrey, that's good. So when you talk about the children, and I think I'm coming through Martin's speaker actually at the moment. Martin, get you. Yeah, good. One of the things about the cost, when we look at the costs for helping the children, is it mostly school fees? Is it mostly kind of material the families need in terms of uniforms and books and materials? Is it transportation costs for getting to school safely? What kinds of things might be in play?
Actually, it's mostly school fees and the scholastic materials that they use at school. Because some of these are the families we are training to have food, to have other amenities, but now they can't afford to take their children to school.
Understood. And Martin, you had a follow-up.
Yeah, and what is the cost per student?
It is $500 to $600 for secondary school per year. Then it changes into tertiary and university. University costs $1,600 to $2,200, depending on different training courses per semester.
My guess is that $500 per year for school represents a significant portion of the income a family might have.
Yes.
All right. Do we have other questions from the group? Excellent. Okay. Well, we have about actually run through our time. But before we finish, let me hand it back to Martin. Go ahead.
I have just a.
Okay, Martin. Hopefully you'll kick back in there. Try that one again.
What?
So what I want to do, actually, Martin, I'm going to assume that your question was a beautifully fascinating one that would have illuminated all of our understanding in wonderful ways, and we'll have to chalk up the loss of the question to the mysteries of technology, but not a problem. At any rate, I want for all of us to thank Peggy and Godfrey again for a wonderful presentation. Let's give them a round of applause. Love the special effects hangout. And yes, we also want to thank everyone who's taken part as well, from South Africa and from Canada and from Utah and from Taiwan and different parts of California. It is wonderful to bring people together around some ideas. The emails I know that are going to be exchanged as a result of what we've been talking about will hopefully lead to supporting more of what's of the good that is being done by the Center for Training and Rural Development that Godfrey is a part of. And I also think that all of you who have watched this presentation, because you are visiting the Rotary eClub of Silicon Valley, you've been through our meetings, seen our messages about what Rotary is doing around the world, what our club is up to, what's happening in our district, what we think might be inspiring in some fashion or another. And you're very welcome to join in and throw in a happy dollar if you want, through that bit, just to say, hey, this is the kind of thing that we need to be supporting. I hope that everybody who has been a part of this will do two things. First, there is an opportunity just a little bit farther down the page to say that you attended, and you fill out a little survey. If you are a visiting Rotarian, then that will generate an email that allows you to pass that along to your secretary as a makeup for a missed meeting at another time. And then also make sure to leave a message at the bottom. The message area at the bottom, the discuss system, we're not really sure how to pronounce it, but there it is. You get down into there, and that can be a conversation, not just a comment. And so I hope Peggy and Godfrey, you'll have the opportunity to watch as the different comments come through the week of May the 4th when we broadcast this. And I want to thank everybody for taking part. And we look forward to seeing you again at SiliconValleyRotary.com or RotaryMakeup.org. Either way, we're always happy to have you with us. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.